Hi, my name is Ashton Wagner, and I'll be doing a video on the program and career exploration of business. So week one, when you made me do the DACCS summary report, I was really confused and didn't really understand why I was doing it and what it was. But then when I did it and I was answering the questions and I saw the results, I was like, okay, so how I am right now as of, hey, this is where I can improve on. This is where I'm currently at on how effective and how efficient these categories are, like writing, math, and the other one, science, I believe. No, reading. So yeah, I didn't really understand it, but I mean, it was interesting. I've never done it before, and I was just like, I need to pass. So I thought it was interesting. For week two, when you made me do the Unit 2 values, goals, and motivation assignment, I didn't really understand it that well, but you gave me the extension, so I had to work it out as soon as I could, even though with work, you were being really gracious with me, and I really appreciate that again. But I know that you gave me words of how I could fix this assignment and make it better, and that I didn't really answer the questions to the full extent. So as soon as I'm done with this video, I will be fixing it to get it done and sent to you, so I hopefully get a better grade. But now that I've sat and thought about it, about how to fix this problem or fix this assignment, I was like, okay, let me actually think about my goals in a more in-depth and productive way in terms of the three types, which is personal, professional, and what was the other one? Spiritual, academic. But so I have to actually think harder about those things instead of just like jotting something down so I don't lose more points than, but again, I appreciate the extension. I will be fixing it soon. So for week three, managing your time, I already thought I was doing a pretty decent job at it naturally, just because you kind of have to in the military. You have to learn how to manage your time, even if you don't think about it. Like, you have to like think about it. Like when I work out in the morning, when I have to make lunch on the weekends for my whole week, my meal prep and all that stuff. So I already thought I was doing a pretty good time, but then when I actually sat down and did the math of like what my average day is like, it kind of made me realize I wasn't spending as much time with my family or studying. And I was like, dang, I should probably do more of that. So that's something I appreciated about this week. Again, I already thought I did a pretty good job at managing my time, but it did help me a little bit see that I could be spending more time with my family if I cut back on other things, like being on my phone and watching TV and stuff, so I can spend more time with my wife and stuff. But so for week 4 or unit 4, the assignment piece, I didn't even know this existed, and I was really actually intrigued by that. I had the opportunity to even talk to someone within my field that I'm trying to get into and just talk to them and be like, hey, what do you think about me doing this? Or where do you think we should go from here? Like from this class and stuff like that. I thought that was actually pretty cool. Didn't think this opportunity existed, at least on online class. Like I know in college, like in person it would exist, but being online actually surprised me a lot. And I was really grateful that this was even an assignment, because again, this is my first, my first 2 classes in UMGC. So, but I've been in other online colleges, and this is the first time I've ever heard anything like this, where I can actually connect and talk to people within my career or my potential career, and like see what they do and how to get there and stuff like that. So I thought that was pretty interesting. So I appreciate you making this an assignment, or if you have to teach it. For Unit 5, with the investigating trends in your career field, I thought it was very interesting that the main thing I thought was interesting was that I never could use AI like this. I never thought about asking like, hey, what are some things that I should be concerned about in this potential career field that I want to partake in, in the future, whenever I get out the military. I also appreciate that talking to one of the what is it called? One of my, like, the person on for week 7, I used these questions. Like I asked them about some of these things. I was like, hey, what are some things that are an issue? Like, are these things issues for real that you notice in the day-to-day, or Are these things that you knew about prior to going into this career field or getting this degree, or did you just find out throughout your degree or throughout your career, or did you actually not notice this stuff that is talked about in Unit 5 that I found on ChatGPT? So I thought that was pretty interesting, and it was a great use of resources that I never knew I could do. So week 6, I talked to a guy that's in my career field, and he gave me some decent advice. You'll see it in the paper. So I mean, it was pretty interesting, and I'm happy that I did it. It was nice to actually have like a sit down conversation with the man and just like talk to him about it. So yeah, that's all I really have to say. Unit 7, I don't really have much to talk about. I just talked about what I could improve on and where I may need help in the future, and how I can utilize those things in UMGC for the future, you know, for academic advising or just counseling or writing help my writing a little better. So, I mean, there's not really much to say, but it's pretty cool. Now we're on to week 8. We're at week 8, and I'll be honest, I'm a little happy it's over. I am BCSing to Turkey, and school on top of trying to get my documents ready, my house ready, and my wife ready to go to my follow-on assignment to Japan was a lot on my plate. And honestly, I'm kind of glad that it's over and I got these credits out the way so that I can also just continue schooling when I get to Turkey. So I can just focus on my career or my degree while I'm in Turkey. So I'm really happy it's over.